Hey, it's me, Art of Singularity, and I'm just, here before I start talking about the actual head that I'm doing. I'm just here to say thank you. Thank you for subscribing. We're at 163 subscribers and for liking and stuff. That's a lot of people. Um oh, and thanks for your comments, for like suggestions and all that stuff. I'm going to let my other self start talking now about the head that I'm doing and stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll just goodbye. And then just the sides of the head, the chin, and that's about it. I don't tend to draw heads from the front. I usually do a 2/3 view because it allows you to see more depth. But I think having a front facing view of the head does gives you a good idea of kind of where everything will be placed. So I'll give more examples of like how to place the eyes and mouth and nose, but this is a general shape usually, and you're just twisting this, right? Turning it in space to be able to get a good vantage point. A good vantage point? A good position and placement for, you know, the facial features. This one is just me giving a view from the side and how the chin kind of connects to everything. I don't know. I don't exactly like that one. I think I messed up a little bit on the chin, but I guess it's good enough, right, to get a good example. So, right now, this is the main part of the video. It's me doing a bunch of different types of heads. I'm sure this is probably like the thumbnail. So, yeah. Right now, the time lapse is because I made a little bit of a mistake and I didn't catch this head that I'm drawing right now. So I'm speeding it up until I slide the book up right now, and now you can see. So yeah. So like I was saying, that one in the middle, that's how I usually draw heads. It's this 2/3 type view. And yeah, so usually I contain the head inside of the main circle that I draw at the start. So you can see this one that I'm drawing right now. I'm keeping it in the confines of the circle, the guideline. And also, okay, an important thing is the circle that you draw doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a guide for where the head will be. Now you can use like the top of it to be, well, I guess the top of the skull, but apart from that, it's just a vague guideline. You don't have to be perfect. And even if you do mess up the circle like horribly, because I do, I'm sure like you saw, I just draw, just keep drawing. It's a sketch. So it's unless it's wait, hold on. It's a sketch. So you don't have to make it perfect. All you have to do, give yourself a good image of like where you need the head to be, right? So it's not supposed to be finished line art. It's not supposed to be anything special. Just just keep going. Like I used to erase a bunch trying to get the circle right. I used to do a bunch of circles over and over again, and you don't have to do that. Just fix the circle, right? Even you don't even have to erase the line that you made a mistake on. Just draw around it, draw through it. It's just a sketch. And this was a huge point where when I was starting out, it was this big I guess I just slowed down my improvement a bunch because I used to I used to obsess over getting things perfect, but now, right, especially in sketches, and this is what I'm saying, in sketches, right, it's just a sketch. It's not a finished. I just said all. I said all this. Okay, I'm going in circles, but yeah. So what I did for the head right there is when I was drawing the eyes, I put like these dots to kind of mark where I want the edges, the corners of the eye to be. And that center line, you're going to use that to proportion where your eyes are going to be properly. So, you know, I guess it's very simple, right? If an eye is a distance away from the center line, on one side, it's going to be the same distance on the other. The part where this gets tricky is when you turn the head. So I mean, I'll do examples of that later in the video, so you'll be able to see this. This one is kind of it's the same thing as that one I just did, except no, it's just another example. So you can see when I draw a head from the side, I do this circle, which it's just to, I guess, it's to represent the side of the head, right? So I should do it in a second, because I actually connect the chin to it. So right here, that line right there, it's supposed to be the side of the head. I think this one I did it a little bit too small, but hey, you make mistakes, and the chin kind of branches off from that. And you can see, so the center line isn't actually in the center. I'm probably going to move it. And by move it, I mean I'm just going to draw another line, like there. See? So that's what I do, even if I mess up. And plus, I have pen, so I'm drawing with pen. So, I mean. So I guess this one will be a good example on how to place the eyes. And it takes a little bit of guesswork, but, I mean, artists aren't mathematicians. We're not working with precise measurements, right? We're not engineers. It's just guessing. So even if the eye isn't supposed to be here per se, like if it was in a real life, I mean, if it's close enough, it'll look right. Also, an easy way to place the eye is if you know where the center line is, you know where the nose is supposed to be, right? So that's what I've just drawn. And then the farthest eye away from, I guess, your point of view, the camera or whatever, that eye is going to connect to the nose, kind of, right? So you see, if you don't know where that eye is supposed to be, you can just bridge it off from the nose. Or that's what I usually do when I don't know where I'm supposed to put the eyes, or the farthest eye. The other eye is usually, okay, well, here's how I do it. I know it's not supposed to be where the ear is. And I know it's not supposed to be super close to the nose. It's not supposed to be like touching the nose. So it's somewhere between those two. It's between the ear and the nose. And I just guess. So sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm wrong. But the more times that I mess up, or the more times that I get it right, I get more information on how, for the future, for the next time I do it. So maybe if I did it too close to the nose, I'll be like, okay, well, maybe I should move it farther away this time. Or too close to the ear, it'll be like, okay. It'll be like, okay. Drawing wobbly. I drew wobbly because, well, I did a wobbly circle. But like I was saying, you don't have to draw it over, even if your circle isn't perfect. So I'm just going to do the center line. And I think I like this head the most out of the entire video. I think it looks the best to me. Is it a front-facing head? Yeah, it is a front-facing head. And when you're doing the sides of the head, it's, if it's facing directly forward, it's gonna be exactly, equal distance from the middle. So, yeah. So yeah, I say so yeah a lot. So yeah. And the neck. So the neck is gonna be wider depending on if the character is like supposed to be more brolic, or if it's like a man or a woman. It's just gonna be wider or thinner. Now you probably don't want like a pencil thin neck, but hey, maybe you do. And usually the neck isn't as wide as the head is. So on average, you're gonna put the lines, the sides of the neck in the middle between. Okay, let me see. If you break the face up in half, right, from the center line, the neck line is gonna be in the middle of the center for the chin and the side of the head. I mean, you can see, right? You can see where it's supposed to be, where I drew it. And obviously, everything that I'm saying, right, you can just modify it to whatever style you want. So if you're going for a more realistic style, then the neck is going to be thicker. Because I don't think people are walking around here with tiny necks. I mean, some are, but... And for the mouth, you just put... well, I think I said this already. I probably said this in a previous video. Probably in the mouth video, actually. A beginner's guide to drawing mouths. But it's between the nose and the chin. And for the nose... well, I guess it depends on how old or young you want the character to look. It also depends on your style, right? So if your style is more cutesy, then the nose is probably going to be closer to the eyes, and the eyes are going to be lower down on the face. So, yeah. So for me, I usually put the nose... it's slightly above... so if you think about the eyes and the chin, it's between... it's slightly above the middle between the eyes and the chin. So, yeah, if that made any sense. If that made any sense. So the next head that I'm about to draw now is going to be a side profile shot. So I think that's pretty important also. So I start with the same circle, but it's slightly different now. I use a different method. So that's the side. That's the side plane of the head, and then from the front of the circle, I draw a line down. Why am I? I guess I forgot to. What am I doing? I guess I'm showing that that's the side plane of the head. That's what I'm doing. Okay. So yeah, I draw a line down from there, and it's just slightly below the bottom of the circle, and then I just take for the chin, I take a line from the side plane of the head, that circle, and I just curve it into the line that I just drew. So that's the base of it. And I think it's kind of difficult to draw it sometimes because, well, when you do the nose, I guess you'll see. Also, you're going to want a center line for this, so I'm probably about to draw that, because I'm going to try and draw the eyes, or the eye. It's one eye, yeah, so that's the center line. And then I'm drawing the nose. So whenever I do a side profile, I always start with the nose and that plane first. So you just kind of connect the nose to the bottom of the chin. And then the eye is just above the nose, usually. Or wherever the nose starts to curve, it's right there. And I'm pretty sure, have I done an eye from the side? I probably should have put that in the eye video. I probably did. I don't know if I did. I can't remember. I don't think I did. So now you have, so that's basically the side profile shot. And then after that, if you want to add more details like the lips, you can just, do something like that. So yeah, not that much effort, especially for a sketch. Now, usually what you don't want to do is make the chin go too far inwards, like I'm going to show right here. You're going to end up looking like that Aki picture from Chainsaw Man. You don't want that. So if you put the chin going too far inwards, it's going to look slightly wrong. I've done this a bunch, so I know from experience. I don't think I have... do I have new music for this video? I don't think I have new music. I should make new music. I think I'm going to do an anatomy video next. Not really me showing, anatomy, because I don't actually know anatomy that well. But... wait, did I just... no, the chin is still terrible right there. Yeah, so it looks as it's intended. Okay, I meant to mess that one up. I promise. It was to show what not to do. So for the rest of the video, it's just going to be other examples. Like for this one, for the chin, I kind of used the bottom of the circle instead of having to make up my own, bottom. I just used the bottom of the circle. And if you think the chin is too wide, you can just draw an extra, you could just draw in, whatever you want. You can bring the chin in, whatever. But yeah, for this one, I was just showing, hey, you can use the bottom of the circle if you don't want to guess where the chin is supposed to be. Even though you're kind of still doing it, but not the point. Not the point. The mouth is between the nose and the bottom of the chin. Bottom of the chin? Whatever, yeah. And then what I'm going to do after this one is I'm just going to show you how the face works in accordance with the center line and the middle line. Is that the same word? Center and middle? Not really, but those two lines that you put at the front. So this is the same face, but I'm just using it to show what it looks like, I guess, without the actual head. And how I place it. So using that like cross design, I think it makes it easy to place the face. So here's what I'm saying. You know exactly where to put the eyes if you have done... Well, I did mess up here. But if you put the center line and you have one eye, you can just copy it over kind of in your mind. And if you want, you can just mark the areas where you want the eyes to be and then use the lines to guide you. So it makes it easier drawing the other eye. And then the mouth. And so, yeah, that was basically it. I think it's practically over. So I don't actually have any more videos that I think I'm gonna be doing for like a beginner's guide right now. I guess I need to learn more. I was gonna do hips, don't know how to do that. So I mean, if someone's watching until this point, comment what I should do, I guess. That's about it then. This is just me doing extra things that I don't actually know what I'm doing. I don't know what I was trying to show there, and this is just me doing the same 3 or 2/3 shot of the head, showing the forms and the curvature and stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll start saying this from now. Thank you for watching and for commenting and liking and subscribing. Like I was saying, 100 and what was it? It was like 6. It was a 60 now. There's a lot of people here. There was a lot of people. So yeah, thank you very much, and I guess 163. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.